There are so many negative messages out there. And one of the things that I need every day is the reinforcement of the good things that are going on, the stories where the good things are happening, the small miracles that we encounter every day. I want Porch Step to be the kind of place where we can talk about those things, we can inspire and encourage people with those things, but then we can give them the tools to say, how do I go out and actually make this a reality in my life? As I've worked on the Porch Step concept, one of the things that has just become so abundantly clear to me is the importance of figuring out what the priorities of life need to be. And you can have lots of different priorities. You can think about a lot of different ways to spend your time. But in trying to crystallize this concept of Porch Step being a place where we focus on faith, family, and future, it's allowed me to say, what are the things that I'm spending my time on right now that aren't as important? And in doing that, I've become a whole lot more intentional about the way that I view my time, about the things that I am pursuing. And Porch Step has just given me personally a chance to sit back and say, at the end of the day, there's only so much you can get done. Concentrate on the things that are important. You know, when we look at the content that we want to provide at Porch Step, we really think there are three pillars to the kind of meaningful and purposeful life we've talked about. One is faith. How do you deepen and strengthen a relationship with God? Secondly, your family. How do you take that core set of relationships that exist in a family and build upon them and make them more meaningful? And finally, future. All of us want to be more effective in our lives. All of us want to do things in a more meaningful way. And whether that be in our businesses, whether that be as we think about kind of what we're doing from a planning perspective, we want our future to be more successful than our past. Porch Step hopes to be a way that people can think about that. When we talk about faith, family, and future, those are not topics that I think you should think about in isolation. The reason why we call our company Porch Step is because it's okay to sit on the porch step by yourself and think about it, but it's actually more rewarding to get on the porch step with other people, learn from their experiences, grow with them, talk to them about the things that they're going through. So as we think about the projects that we're involved with at Porch Step, one of the things that I want to do is to make sure that we are doing things that allow people to connect with each other as they wrestle with the same issues. You know, it's interesting. All of us go through these hard issues in life that deal with faith, that deal with our families, that deal with what we want to do with our future. It's not something that is isolated to me. And I think by having the opportunity to reach out to people, to talk to them about what they're going through, to learn from others about best practices, that's the way that we can make Porch Step as effective as possible. And so as we think about our future, as we think about what we want to do, obviously we want to give people great content, great ideas, but we want to do it in a way that encourages them, one, to apply it, but secondly, to learn from it and then share their experiences with others. I think interactive communities are going to be a big part of what we're trying to do. You know, when I think about the Porch Step, initially I think about, you know, a grand house with a big physical porch on it. What I think will be interesting to see evolve is that our Porch Step may be a virtual Porch Step, where people can gather to start to think about these ideas in a meaningful way, but they may never physically connect with each other. That's the beauty of using technology to be able to do those things. The other thing I really want Porch Step to be is a place where we can take the best stories that can encourage and inspire people. You know, we have a tagline that we talk about, which is rediscover hope. Well, the way you rediscover hope often is to look at what's going on in other people's lives. What are the struggles they've gone through? What are the successes that they've had? What are the things that we can learn from each other? And when we do that, we rediscover a new hope for ourselves. So my hope is that Porch Step will be the kind of place where we tell those stories. And we tell those stories in a meaningful way so that people can find their encouragement from it.